ladies and gentlemen. Special bonus episode of the Millie Goats. Technically 254, June 12th. I'm AK, J-Vi, boots on the ground. What was it? Okay, so obviously we got the Stanley Cup going on, so complete banana lands going there.
You might be able to hear it on my
People
TV.
thought sports were dead. They thought we couldn't do it without football, but look at us. We got a Stanley Cup where Edmonton and Florida tied 3-3 in the third. That's not why we're here, but we still have to mention that because everybody thought it was dead. But first round of the U.S. Open, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like there's shades of, did the course get beat? Did it not get beat? You know, it looked like early on it was about to get run over, but then it had some fight later on. So it's kind of up in the air. We had JJ Spaun. We got some stats on him. J-Bi, you were there. What was the vibes there?
I mean, it was all over the place. You had Shane Lowry, who shot +9 today, but had an eagle. So he should have been a double-digit plus. You had Rory, who finished the front nine -2. He finished +4. There's always going to be one guy, though, that goes low and unexpectedly. Now, you can say that JJ Spaun might not have been unexpected because he's been playing well. I think he's in the top 5 for money earned this season already.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not a big-name guy. Maybe not a big-name guy yet. Maybe he will be one. Maybe he won't be one. But he's already made some buzz this season, so some people might have had their eye on him, some people might not have. But to go bogey-free, tie the course record for round one at this tournament at Oakmont, I mean, pretty impressive.
Wasn't that the bet that everybody was talking about? I swear I saw a bet that
all
said
4 rounds.
It's all 4 rounds?
Yes.
Oh, man.
And it was like 90,000 or whatever it was.
Yeah, there's only one. There was 156 golfers. Only one person did it today. There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can't believe he did it. We were with him on the back nine. Well, I guess it was the front nine, but his back nine. And he teed off on 4, which is that 620-yard par 5. And he went left into the church pews. And his ball was on the back side of the church pew. He tried to get a rules official over there to see if he could get a drop. He then had one leg in the sand, one leg on the pew. He swung a baseball swing. I mean, it was a flat level swing. Can of corn, pop fly to the middle of the fairway and parred the hole. I couldn't believe it.
Dude, he was, I saw, I think it was Friday Golf that posted that he, shout out us saying we want to verify our business. No, not on Twitter. Thank you though. This was a big day for Live Golf too, but he made his bogey free round for JJ Spaun. This is what it was right here.
Mm-hmm.
66, made 6 par putts of 7 feet or longer. There's one at number 8 that was 8'6", 16'7", 7'9", 11'6", 7 feet 1 inches, 7 foot 7 inches. So he made 6.
That number 6, I thought was a bogey for sure too, because he hit his tee shot in the sand. His sand shot went 16 feet away, and that putt had some curve on it. He had to read that, and he hit it good.
You listen to Brooks Koepka talk after, and he's like, nothing's flat out here ever on the greens. They're huge, and nothing is ever flat,
Yeah.
But it was pretty impressive. I was watching at work. I had it just on the background in my office whenever I was coming to do notes after seeing patients. And I was sit down, I was watching, and it was pretty cool because it was just JJ Spaun basically the whole morning. They were just tailing him.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, like we talked about last night, that interstate and railroad that runs between it.
Ridiculous.
So the course kind of makes a V. Because the road and the railroad track it's almost like a stadium. Like that's where the field is at a football stadium. So
Yep.
like the course is like the stands, you know. So like hole 1's straight down, hole 2 is straight up. You know, 3 goes vertical or diagonal, which however you want to look at it. So it's like all those holes are either uphill or downhill, and they all funnel to that interstate railroad crossing.
That's crazy. What?
So I mean, he's right. Like nothing is level, nothing.
In your opinion, do you think the course won today or no? Early on, it was soft. There was no wind. It was ideal.
Yeah, I mean the guys that played in the morning benefited because in the afternoon it dried out because it was hot today. I mean I when I got lunch, you know, I took because I always wear one of those hoodie deals, you know, because
Shout out Keenan Allen.
I'm pale, fair skin, and like when I took it off, the sweat was just from my straps and like where my bag was. It was actually pretty hilarious, but no, I mean it was really hot today, and I think those guys in the morning benefit, and they're calling for maybe a little rain tomorrow. We'll see,
Oh, don't tell
but
Luke Bryan. Rain makes whiskey, da 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 da, whatever, corn,
that's not the
whatever.
words. But yeah, I just it's I don't want to say it's funny to see, but like these 5-foot putts. What I mean, I don't know off the top of my head, but what are PGA Tour pros inside 5 foot? They're probably
Dude,
90%.
Victor Hovland, I saw him miss like 3 of them.
That was my question I really wanted to ask was how many putts did Victor Hovland have today? I mean,
I don't.
the first 2 holes he 3-putted both of them and was bogey, and he was like the third person to putt on those holes. I mean, his irons and drives are dialed in today. On 12 at 13, the par 5, he was the last one to putting for eagle after he made 3 birdies in a row, putting for eagle, and he 3-putted.
Was that the one I was talking about? He burned the lip.
Yeah,
Like that thing it lipped out and then went like 7 feet past the hole.
If Victor Hovland had a normal putting day for a PGA Tour Pro, he would be in the lead. 100%.
There were some moments out there, like Hubs, our guy, Hubbard, had a hole out from the sand. He did that last year at the U.S. Open. People forget. I was standing there. That was electric. Novak had a bomb putt. I was a little worried about DeChambeau just because of his irons, but now he couldn't putt. I mean, he wasn't normally he makes those putts.
Yeah.
He just wasn't making his putts today.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like all the guys, the 5-foot putts that are almost automatic, like a free throw, they are missing. And it's, from the normal eye, you're like, how's he miss that? But I don't know.
I feel like day one is the best because you get all these random guys. I mean, there's 10 guys that are in red numbers. You got Spaun, Lawrence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's only 10 guys that are in red numbers.
Yeah. And we talk about this. Like, there's only a handful of guys on tour that could go out there and shoot -4 every single day.
Yeah.
And they're not doing it. I guess let's change that. There's only a handful of guys on tour that can go out there and shoot like that more than one day. Like we'll see.
True.
I mean, I hope Spaun does it. I like to see guys that don't normally win.
Yeah.
But for him to shoot,
he was close to the players too. Remember, he was in a playoff with Rory.
For him to shoot -4 for 3 days, I wouldn't bet on that.
He's putting though. If he can keep the putter hot, I mean that's what you saw. The other guy that was up there that was doing something incredible was Siwoo Kim. He was an absolute strokes gained approach monster in his interview.
He said after the round he didn't know what he was doing.
He goes, I don't know what I'm doing out there.
I love it. But he was in contention at the PGA.
Yeah.
Is he a majors guy? I don't
know, dude. This year he is. Sung Jae, that was hilarious. It was like, oh, here comes Sung Jae. Oh, there goes Sung Jae.
He had the lead for one hole. He went birdie, got the lead, and then bogey.
I remember I was typing notes and I'm just watching like, oh damn, Sungjae's got the lead. And then
Sh-
like the next, I think he was in the shit the second the tee shot after.
Yeah.
He was back in the bunker and then just completely gone.
We
I mean,
were we were with Scotty and Patrick Reed and Kepka, and they were like we got those three guys, and they go, "Hey, you guys need to go back and get Sunjay. Sunjay, he just got the lead." And the time we got to him, he
he
was,
hit a hard, he lost it.
yeah, he was T3 at -2. Time
Dude,
we
he
got
was the
back to him.
reverse Undertaker gift. He
Yeah,
put himself back in the coffin.
yeah. Shout out his dad though. I saw his dad for the first time today. He's a unit.
Really?
Yeah,
Sungjae looks like a unit.
yeah. He's a little bigger than Sunjay.
Some of these guys that I was surprised at Cameron Young. That was kind of
Well, he
cool.
played well last week.
Yeah, he's been playing better. There's your guy Hovland.
Hovland should easily be -3.
Yes, 100%. Schauffele, I saw him get in trouble on one little stretch there. He got caught up in the rough. One of the things too, like putting, you had to be absolutely dialed in on putting and driving accuracy. And what you could not do from what I saw just watching, like I'm not used to I don't know all the holes yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know them all
Yeah.
yet. I don't, with the Masters, you kind of know the holes and you kind of can anticipate when somebody gets in trouble. I got to watch a day or two of this to be like, okay, now I know that's not where you want to be. But if you missed by the hole off the green, like right by the flag, you were dead. You were
Yeah.
absolutely dead. Like if you were in the rough near the flag stick and off the green, you were dead. It was over.
Well, none of them know how the ball's going to come out, too. I mean, I think that's the tricky part because they don't know. I mean, if they skull it, it's scooting across the green. It's going to be in the same spot on the other side of the green. But if they don't hit it, it's not going to go. And then they have a 40-foot putt on these tough greens. Edmonton just scored.
I'm watching it. Oh my gosh, what a comeback.
Told you, dude.
Dude, hey, Undertaker gift.
Told you.
Undertaker gift. There were some guys that shot some Sam Burns blew up,
Yeah.
right? Sam Burns was up there for a long time and he must have just
He was -3 for once, I think.
Oh, there it is. He went he was
bogey,
he
double, bogey, bogey to finish. Is that the Green Mile?
Wow.
Is that Rom at the Green Mile?
Are you kidding me?
How much money did he lose? How much money did he lose himself on
Holy
that?
moly, dude. So he went off 18, he went in the bunker, then he went in the other bunker, and then it took him I even want to zoom in on that.
Yeah.
I was wondering what happened to him, dude. I was like, Sam Burns was cooking. And okay, that explains
Dude,
it. 15,
does
16.
he not look like Trey Elder?
Yes. Yeah, he does. He looks like Morgan Wallen, too. 1, 2, 3. So he was 5 over on the last 4 holes. Wow.
Yeah.
He reverse Scottied himself there. There's your guy, Aaron Rye. DeChambeau, you were mad at Gary Woodland.
Yeah, he was -3 at one point.
Yep.
Look
What
at his
happened to
score.
him? Oh,
The front nine
yikes.
-3. Bogey, bogey, double, bogey, bogey.
The back 9. Dude, I cannot believe this hockey game right now.
17's supposed to be a pretty easy. Like, it's a drivable hole.
Yeah, that's what I had written down. I had like 3 holes that you need to make as far as par 4s go. 2, 14, 11, and 17. Like, those are the ones that you have to.
12's supposed to be the easiest hole. It's a downhill par 5.
Damn, dude. Patrick Reed fell apart too. What happened late? Oh, he tripled 18.
Yeah.
Sweet Moses. Oh, he drive into the rough, right side of the rough beyond the bunker, duffed his first shot out of the rough.
Then went across, played Army golf.
Yikes.
He putted off the green.
Wow. Holy moly, you can pick him up in a hurry here. I told you, Matt Fitzpatrick. So, anyways, we don't have to go through all this. I was just looking at some of these guys.
They're expecting the cut to be +7.
Really?
That's what they're estimating.
Wow.
I mean, right now, if it was right now, it'd be +4. There's 62 at +4, or 62 in ties.
Wow. I guess we just saw JJ Spaun play like a flawless round, and then we're like, "Oh, course is dead."
Yeah.
Really, it's only like 10 people that are even.
Well, the go down Ramos,
Near
he
Garden.
blew up on the last couple holes. Yeah.
Dang, dude. What is with 15, 16, 17, and 18?
I don't know. 15's a
Interesting.
long, or 16's a long par 3. I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the leaderboard. So JJ Spaun, just like everybody drew it up.
I was Spieth's playing with Rom, and when we got to them, I was shocked. Spieth was -1. I'm like, out of all guys on this course, a guy that can't hit the fairway to save his life and is always scrambling, this is not a course you want to be scrambling on, was at -1. I couldn't believe it.
I love looking at his scorecard sometimes. Where's he at?
He's up. He's at even.
He's at even.
Yeah.
I forgot. I saw it too. I was like, oh, Spieth. There we go. Let's look at this score, dude. Just exactly what you'd expect. Just absolute anarchy. Circle, square, circle, square. The man's playing Tetris out there. He's got the cheat code to Mario Brothers. Circle, square, circle, square.
His scorecard looks like a heart monitor at all times.
It's hysterical, dude. That's got to be infuriating for him to be that inconsistent.
He missed a putt. He should be -1. He missed a. He had a putt. That putt on 9. That was his last hole. His putt on 9 rimmed out.
What's the food situation there?
What do you mean?
Food good?
I don't. Well, I eat at the compound. It's pretty good. It's it's kind of weird because like yesterday last night they had something with orange chicken, but like it didn't really go together. And then today they had fried chicken and beef brisket with noodles and carrots. And I'm like, it was like they got their sides and their entrees mixed up, and it was like they're not having the right stuff with the right things. It was just like a hodgepodge. It's like a potluck almost. Like bring whatever you want, and it's like nobody
Just like everybody's like,
communicated.
hey, yeah, I'll bring a meat. Me too. I'll bring a meat, and then somebody forgot. Like what?
But I mean, the food's good. It's not bad food, but it's just like okay.
How's the crowd? Pretty raucous or no? Not yet.
I mean, they're not loud by any means. The roars do travel a little bit, but I mean, nothing travels like it does at Augusta. But it's just so spread out. I mean, it's a long course. Again, I can't emphasize enough how weird and awkward it is to have an interstate running through the course, but like it separates everybody. So like you're either on one side or the other. And you can't get fast because the pedestrians have a bridge, the players have a bridge, and the carts have a bridge. So it's like if you're a pedestrian, you can only go back and forth on one bridge, and you get a couple hundred people on that bridge. It's like riding a bus in China. Like it's nuts and butt in there.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
It's almost like I'm not knocking the course at all because
yeah, you are.
It's a nice course.
Hey.
It's obviously hard for the players, so it's enticing, but it's almost like, hey, we've hosted 10 US Opens. We should continue to host them. Like it's a hard course. It's challenging, but it's like, and we did restorations to make it even more challenging to be able to host it. But it's just like when they hosted before, 100,000 people weren't showing up. I mean, there's not been more interest in golf than there is right now. And now you're trying to get 100,000 people in there with a 2-lane road that leads to the course. So traffic's backed up and it gets crowded and it gets log jammed in some spots. But
I think they did that on purpose or they just didn't think it was going to be this big one day.
I don't know. It's almost like they need to just make a bigger bridge. I don't know.
Hey, build it and they will come. Field of Dreams.
But it is cool, like being on the third hole because you can see like the whole course. Because the highest point of the course is on the third hole, and that's across the interstate. and you can see like the pockets of people. You're like, oh, Rory's on that hole because of all the people. Scotty's
Right.
on that hole, or it's kind of interesting because you can kind of tell where people are just based on how the crowd that's around them.
Right.
But it's cool seeing like the different pockets of the crowds being from that point of view.
That's, I love the majors, dude. I love the majors. I love watching them. Like people at work were like, "Are you watching golf?" And I'm like, "Yes,
Yeah.
I love golf, especially the majors." What do you mean? Am I watching golf? You say basketball is boring. I'm like, I didn't say basketball is boring, but I do love watching golf. I don't know. I don't know what it is about the majors that gets me going. All right, we did a little fun little exercise. So the big talk on Twitter and social media today. Oh, Florida just pulled the goalie. Are they going to have a goalie controversy in Edmonton now because they pulled Pickard or they pulled what's his
Skinner.
face Skinner? So the talk today is that they release the whole selections, the pin selections for tomorrow. And you were talking about earlier before we came on, like, hey, check this out. So what we did is Friday at golf, shout out you guys. They have overhead views of all the greens, and they are massive. The greens are massive. So what we're going to do is kind of go back and forth and say, okay, these should be a lot of fun and kind of predict what the average score will be for some of these. Now, some of these are a lot of fun to look at. So which one did you want to go to first? Which one did you say first?
Two's the challenging one.
Okay. So here's number 2. If you can't see it, basically number 2, you're looking from above the green. It basically looks almost like a clover, like a 3-leaf clover. And there's a bunker along the top of the clover, the top leaf of the clover, the middle top leaf of the clover. And look at where they're going to put the flag.
At the very top.
They're putting it right at the very tippy top of that 3-leaf clover, backed up by a bunker. If you miss long, you're dead. And what you said about the green itself is what now?
Well, like I was telling you earlier, it's like, the course is like a V. So hole 1 is going down. It's all straight down. Hole 2 is going straight up. So you're basically hitting it up. And if you leave it short, it has the potential of rolling back down. If you go too long, you're in the bunker. If you're in the bunker, you're not going to hit a bunker shot to that pin from behind the hole. So if you hit a bunker shot, you're going to sell it and it's going to roll all the way back down the green. I mean, the person that chose this pin placement chose violence.
All right, that's like, and the crazy thing is, like, when you're looking at it from this high, you have no idea. Like, you just have no idea the undulation, so to speak.
Yeah, it looks like a flat circle.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me get back to that one. So that was, yeah, there it is back there in the top.
Yeah.
They're putting the pin back here, way up here. That's incredible. I guess you could really go after it though if you hit it into the face of the green. But from what I've seen, if you miss off the green near the flag, you're dead. It doesn't matter what hole it's on.
Well, and like I was telling you earlier, like if you can you scroll down, or that's the whole picture? All right, go back up.
Yeah.
So like Scotty hit it today near that bunker, the bottom bunker. He
Right
hit it
here.
in like that area. So I mean, if you can get it there off your tee shot, you could be in good shape because you're going to be chipping uphill.
Your
to
specialty,
that.
dude, bump and run.
Right. But if you're further back and you're hitting a 80 to 100 yard wedge shot in there, that's going to be that's going to be real challenging. A lot of these guys put spin on their ball, because you don't want it. It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Dude, the greens it's crazy to watch how fast those things are. It's
Yeah.
nuts. What's
Four is
another
the
fun
next
one?
4 is the next one.
All right, so let's look at the 4th green. This one is shaped.
It looks like a duck head.
Yes, except the beak is to the top left corner of your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the fourth is a 615 yard par 5. So it's long to begin with. It's supposed to not be a reachable par 5.
Oh my gosh, dude. And then this is where they're going to put the flag.
At the tip of the beak.
Back left of the beak. Like if you had a duck head, if you had your phone, so if you're listening, take your phone, the duck head beak was facing the top left corner of your phone where the volume is. That's where the flag placement's going to be. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that. Look at 5 too.
Yes.
That is stupid, dude.
5's
5
a
looks
par
like
4.
5 looks like an ice cream cone,
Yeah.
basically. And the flag is going to be on the left side where the scoop
In between the
overflows
two
over the cone.
bunkers. In between the two bunkers.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
You just got to
dude.
hit that one in the middle of the green.
Yeah, or the top of the ice cream cone to the left.
Yeah,
That's
oh
where
yeah,
it's
there.
gonna be.
Yeah.
It's going to be up here. Oh,
They
sorry.
scored. Florida scored.
They scored? No way.
19
We're going to
seconds.
get another overtime game? Oh my God, with 19 seconds. What a game. Oh my gosh. Is that Sam Reinhart? See, this is what
Why are they showing them?
who cares? Yeah, I don't know why they're showing them, but they're getting Pickard whiffed. He whiffed.
What was the goalie doing?
What
How
is Pickard
out of place
doing?
was the goalie?
That was wow. Oh my gosh. This would be heartbreaking if they lost.
Mm.
Okay. That's crazy. Number 12. I gotta see number 12. Look at this pin placement on number 12. That looks just awful.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
All right, let's scroll down to number 12.
12 is the par 5 too.
Oh my gosh.
Today it was in the little hump. Today it was in the hump.
Oh, over here?
Yeah. I will say this though, on 12, a lot of guys were actually in that area. Minwoo Lee was in that area. Patrick
Back
Reed
here?
was in that area. Colin Markall was in. They hit all from that area.
We
Their
have to send out-
third or fourth shot was in that area. But a lot of guys too were just to the first right sand bunker. A lot of guys were not in it, but just right before it. Their ball stopped before it got in it. So if they're there again, trying to go over that bunker from that rough is going to be extremely challenging.
That's crazy, dude.
But
14.
that pin placement on 12, again, they're making these par 5s because there's only 2 of them even longer.
What's the other one?
The 4 and 12 are the 2 par 5s.
Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. I forgot about the duck head. That's a par 5?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's going to average like 6.5. There's going to be
Yeah.
bogeys everywhere there. There's nobody going to be going for that.
Well, they're meant to not be reachable.
That's insane.
Because
I
if you
love
think
this.
about it, most tournaments, that's where everybody scores is the par 5s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well,
That was
let
a
me see
fun one.
15. I'm trying to think about what 15.
15, they're going to put it.
15 has pews. 15 has pews on the left.
They're going to put the green right here. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. What did I just do?
I don't have any idea.
I don't know what I just did. Oh, there we go. They're going to put 15 like right here.
That should be
front
okay.
right. Front right.
I was trying to think about what the hole was because 16's a long par 3. It's another 260 par 3.
This is going to be carnage. I love this. This is fun. Now I know where the pins are going to be. I cannot believe they tied the game up. All right, I just had some stuff bookmarked that we can go over that just kind of reminded me of things. So let's pull those up now. Rory, buddy. He was the epitome of they had us in the first half, not going to lie.
He was the Florida Panthers.
Dude, yes.
In the first period.
I cannot believe we're going to get another overtime game in this Stanley Cup. Al Edwards says, "Does anyone know the number of members at Oakmont?"
I don't.
I
I
don't.
know
I'm
it's
not sure.
200 grand initiation fee.
Holy moly!
Yeah, I mean Rory was -2 at the turn with the lead, tied for the lead.
Yeah,
He,
like it was
he,
like, oh, he figured everything out.
I think he bogeyed 7. He double bogeyed 8.
It was. We didn't even look up his scorecard, did we? What was he
No,
at? 4 over.
he went
He was.
+6 on the back 9.
He went. It was on the front 9.
Well, that was his back 9 though. So he bogeyed 1, bogeyed 5, which is the long. Or no, he bogeyed 4, which is the long par 5.
Yep.
Bogeyed both par 3s.
Doubled the par 3.
Doubled 8. That's right. Because he shanked his second or his shot out of the rough.
That's crazy, dude. So Rory had us in the first half. Not gonna lie. Then we had Patrick Reed with an albatross. That's only like, what was that? What did I write down? There was some stat to that. It was the 4th double eagle since 1983 on the par 5 4th. Patrick Reed. I think there had only been one before that, and that was, I think it was Dustin Johnson. So didn't he do that at the Masters too?
Yeah, I think so. And see, they can't see where that ball's going on that par 5 on the 4th. Wow. They can't see where it lands on the green. So they don't know what happens. Like so many shots, like they're having to based on how the crowd reacts. Colin Marquardt hit a shot on 3, and he looked at his caddy and he was like, "Was it good?" And his caddy goes, "They're clapping up there, so I'm assuming so." It was like 5 feet from the pin. Like he had no idea where it was at.
Oh, I think I remember that shot too. I was watching him earlier. Dude, I cannot believe they scored. That's crazy. Rahm had an eagle today. He played pretty well.
His was on the 4th too. That's why I think that's why they're moving it back there where it's at, so they can't do this. But that ball just runs.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, dude. Like how it hits and then just keeps going.
Because it's downhill.
Sam Burns, number 1 putter. Well, that was early before he absolutely blew up. And then we already talked about Sung Jae. Did you see DJ hit an absolute hosel missile off the fairway?
No.
He was parked in the middle of the fairway and just bladed his approach shot way off to the right. Pretty hilarious.
It's just like, I think like you mentioned earlier, it's like how quickly things get away from you. Like the guy, the dentist who used to be a caddy here. Yeah, he hit the very opening tee shot, and it went from the 1 tee box to the 10th fairway. So it went over sets of fans onto the 10th fairway. And then he parred like the next 3 holes. Like he parred the first hole. He hit it back to the first green and parred that hole. He finished +10, I think. Yeah, no, he finished +12, which is, I mean, it just gets away from you quick here.
Dude,
There's another guy who, yeah, he hit the sprinkler.
He did. That's what I'm watching right now. It hit the sprinkler, went up into the grandstands.
Well, he had a better lie in the grandstands than he would have had if it didn't hit the sprinkler.
Mm-hmm. What about the other guy you were talking about?
I forget what his name is. He eagled the first hole. He chipped in his second shot. He chipped in the first hole.
Oh, wasn't it Monahalo or whatever his name was?
Yeah. He finished like +10 or 8 or something. Like, I mean, the scores got away from some of these guys. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Shane Lowry had an eagle.
Lowry. we got to get him and Tyrrell Hatton on the same grouping. I don't know how we do that, but we need to make that happen. I love watching those two guys get so mad at everything. JJ Spaun opens with a 4-under at the 60 or 66 at the U.S. Open. His low 18-hole score in a major. His previous low in a major was 67 at the 2018 PGA Championship. Here's the quote from Siwoo Kim we were talking about. Question was, your first U.S. Open was 2017 after Oakmont. I'm sure you've heard how tough it was. What was your preparation like this week? He said, it was tough. I played 3 9-holes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I saw the past scores like 5 over win. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing on the course. Kind of hitting good, but feel like this course is too hard for me, so kind of like no expectation, but I played great today.
Love it. Be humble.
Oh, incredible. Incredible. Some more stats on Spaun. It's the 7th time co-leading or leading after the first round on tour. He's 0 for 6. He did lead at the Players. Hardest round ones in U.S. Open history. This year's 4.63 at Oakmont is, I think, the 7th hardest in U.S. Open history. And then, obviously, Rory's first drive was not. Oh, here's Lowry. He was so mad and then hold out for eagle.
Yeah, he doubled, then he eagled.
This is what golf's all about, dude. That's why people keep playing it.
Yeah,
Put
you're
the brakes
gone,
on,
and then you're back. Again,
Yep,
he didn't know it went in. He can't see that.
This little this course, this little picture I had is the one that is going pretty good on TikTok, where I said the course has lost a step, and then they took out all the trees, and then everybody came at me for actually, like, well, they widen the landing strip is narrower, the grass is, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, it was a joke. So, but, and then I think finally, the 9 of the last 11 U.S. Open champions were top 10 after round 1. So here's the eligible bachelors, so to speak. I think it's gonna be somebody from outside of this. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, who's it even, that can make a run? Brooks fought back. He birdied his last 2 holes today. He's going to keep his name in the hat. Usually he's already out of it by now.
I think if you're within, he left a lot on the table too. I was watching him too. He left a few putts out, but I think if you're at even or maybe even 2 over, I think you're still in it.
Yeah.
But Scotty's at 3 over, so. But
Scotty could go -3 3 straight days too.
Yeah, he could actually do it.
But because he's not going to putt as bad as he putted today. I don't think he putted great today. I don't think. Again, no offense to JJ Spaun, but I don't think him sitting at -4, Tristan Lawrence sitting at -3 is scaring anybody.
No, I think right there.
JJ Spaun will get a bogey tomorrow.
Are you sure?
Yes.
But I think realistically, 2 under is kind of what people are chasing.
Yes.
I think 1 to 2 under is what people are going to be chasing. So that does bring back in a whole bunch. I mean, Xander's at 2 over. Sam Burns is at 2 over. Berger's at 2 over. DeChambeau's at 3 over. Scheffler's at 3 over.
And
Patrick
again,
Reed,
I mean, like you were saying, Sam Burns was at -3 today. So if you cannot make the wheels fall off.
Oh, is this the one? Maldovin on 1?
Yes.
I knew I bookmarked it. He hit it right into the sun. Trickles down short of the green and just keeps rolling.
Yeah, he finished like +8.
Wow. Dude, that thing went in? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Wow. Well, that's pretty much all the U.S. Open we got to talk, dude. Do you have anything else?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Well, hey, this was fun. I love doing these recaps. Other people we've had quite a few people tune in here on all the YouTube and the Twitter and all that stuff. So while you're here, we just released a new episode, a full episode with all of our other shenanigans. So if you would like to check that out, we're going to show you how to do that here in a second. Just give me a second. And yeah, check out all of our social medias. Go download the podcast. Go subscribe to the podcast. And if you see an idiotic take on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube of one of us yelling into a microphone or a screen, then that's just don't take it too seriously.
Interact
Right?
with it. We'll interact back. It can
We
be
joy.
mean. We don't get
Yeah.
offended.
No, we don't. If you tell us it's a bad take, we're probably going to say you're probably right. We don't care. Let's get some round two, right?
Yep.
I don't know if you will, but I'll be back tomorrow. Do another recap. I'll watch some at work. Check this thing out.
I'll watch some live.
That's right. Get a feel. All right. See you later, everybody. Check out the show.